Dylan Foley here at Custy's Music Shop in Ennis. Just passing through. I've been over for a couple weeks now and a few more to go. I'm going to play a couple reels for you guys. I'm over from Highland, New York, and upstate New York. I learned from Rose Flanagan. She would have been my main teacher growing up, and she's located down in Pearl River. And I'm going to play a tune off of the new Yanks album called Haymaker. And the tune is called Hanley's Tweed. It's a composition of Paddy O'Brien's. So I hope you enjoy it.
As the Americans would say, that's pretty awesome playing.
Freaking awesome.
Who said, is that the Clohesseys again, that Limerick crowd? They're there hassling you.
Yeah.
Listen, you're in Ennis here and you managed to pitch the tent in perfect unison or synchronicity with a Boston crowd who were over with Lisa Coyne and the Clohesseys. Will you tell me about that?
Yeah, it was actually, it wasn't planned, you know. It was, I was talking to Seán Clohessey there, and Lisa Coyne. She was a big, hugely involved in that, and you know, kind of the main organizer of bringing all these kids over from Boston. So it's cool to you know, see them all over here. You know, it was a great night last night. We had a few tunes there at Pepper's Bar with John Kelly.
Oh, lovely. Flute John from Roscommon,
yeah. Yeah. And then we met up afterwards at Short Bar. Very short bar. But yeah, you know, it was a great night. It's great to see all the kids playing, you know, and you know, playing with each other, and yeah.
Sure, brilliant. And you happen to be over here anyway. You organised some kind of a junket at Riada's.
Yeah. I was over for a competition down in Cork. The Seán and Riada.
The Bonn with the Fiddle.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, how did it go?
Oh,
you failed. You failed.
Oh, I had a great time. You know, hanging out with, you know, 6 Americans came over for it. So you know, it was great to see all of them, and you know, it's great. It was a good representation of Yanks over. So
all right, yeah.
Happy days.
And that leads on to the next question. There's another flood of Yanks coming over for the Corrafin Festival.
There are, yeah. So Isaac Alderson, Dan Gurney, and Sean Ernest They're all coming over next week.
And you're headlining
So, we're doing the Cork
Cork Trad Fest.
Yeah, that's on the Friday night on the 6th, and we're also doing a few gigs around that. We're doing playing out in Fiddle.
Oh, good.
The first night at a bar called T. Giblin's out there. So that's on the 4th. And then the 5th, we're down in Waterford at the local in Dungarvan.
Oh, Dungarvan.
Donegal
pub, yeah, lovely.
And then we're doing Corfin on the 6th.
Brilliant.
And teaching on the 7th up there at the school, up at the Corfin.
Brilliant, the Corfin Festival, yeah.
And then the 8th, we're off to Dublin.
Jeez, that's great.
Playing at the Cobblestone, and then the 9th we're at Matt Malloy's in Westport.
Wow, you're traversing the Irish globe.
Yeah, we're getting the tour.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Listen, you mentioned there the fact that Rose Flanagan was a teacher. For people in Ireland who wouldn't know Rose Flanagan,
she'd be Brian Conway's sister.
Brian Conway's sister, okay.
Yeah. And it was funny. Someone came up to her recently. She was like, they said, "Oh, you're Rose. You are Rose. Wow, yeah, you're I know. No, they went up to Brian. Sorry, and they're like, "Oh, you're Rose's brother." It's like,
put him in his place.
So anyway, yeah. Rose would have been a huge, influence on my playing growing up. She would have, taken me under her wing, kind of,
Sure, right.
So,
Great teacher.
And Brian was huge as well. I went to Rose first for about 4 or 5 years, and then went to Brian for a year after that. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And you're pretty famous in the annals of cultist history here in Ireland, because you're one of the few people who have ever won on Ireland's in under 12, 15, 18, and senior fiddle. That's unbelievable. That's a grand slam. Give him a clap, everyone.
Yeah, we had a great time in Sligo this year. It was great. It was a great town for it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Sligo.
And there's a possibility you might be back here in Ennis in 16 and 17 if Ennis gets the flag.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
They're talking about it.
Is
I don't
there?
know. Will it happen?
It'd be a great town for it. Wow.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And the cultist thing, I suppose, that the All Irelands, that's just something you did. It was part of being in an organisation in America. You just.
Yeah, well, I mean, Rose again would have gotten me into competing as a kid. I didn't really know about it when I first went to her, but it's funny. The first year after going to Rose for a year of teaching, less than a year, I entered the FLA, and I got through, and I came over, and the whole family came over with us.
Good.
And I ended up winning. That was the first year. I was 12.
Christ, it's phenomenal.
So it was just a complete shock,
Right.
A complete shock as a kid. And I remember Mike McHale was over. There was a whole crowd,
Right.
And so it was, Dan was over with his parents, and so it was a great time. So then after that, I just I got into it more and more,
Right.
So.
And are you a full-time musician, or do you have a day job?
At the moment, I am. Yeah, I'm living back in New York, and I'm teaching a lot, teaching private lessons over Skype and in person, and then as well just playing gigs, playing sessions, and so kind of taking a break from school at the moment, but hopefully get back into it soon.
All right. And what's the school like? What do you do? Is it school as in university? Or?
Yeah. University. I did my first 2 years, and I'm looking to go back and finish up the bachelor's degree.
I see.
At some
Oh
point.
God,
Yeah.
whenever that'll happen.
Whenever that'll happen, exactly.
All right. And just the last thing, is there a genealogical kind of or a genetic pathway in music in your family, or?
Well, on my dad's side, in music, I'd say most of music is on my mom's side. So she would have been from Scotland, born in Greenock, just outside of Glasgow, and her grandfather was a blind musician, and he played everything.
Wow.
Played the harmonica and played the accordion and everything. And then her dad played as well, and that's kind of where I got my height as well.
All right.
Because my parents are quite short, but and my dad's American, and mom's from Glasgow.
Okay, Foley. Like, what's the Irish for Foley? You told me would great.
Yeah. Jesus, what is it? I forget now.
Is it O'Fowler?
O'Fowler.
Yeah,
that's
good
it,
man.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and
Fowler.
just the last thing, the Bonn, will you ever repeat that, or was it a once-off kind of a thing?
Which one's
the
that?
The Seán and Riada Fiddle Festival.
Yeah. I mean, it was it was a great time, you know, like it was great, you know, it was a free trip, you know, like we got flown over, so it was great, you know.
Lovely.
And it's you know, it's always great to come over here for any reason,
Sure.
you know. And you know,
But that happens every 4 years unless you pick up concertina in the intervening
yeah,
time,
yeah, maybe I'll
or
enter
pipes.
next year. Yeah, flute actually, yeah.
All
Who
right.
knows?
Okay. Listen, Dylan, thanks a lot. It's great having you here, and
Thank you,
we'll see you
John.
for the Corofin Festival.
Thanks for having me.
Right.